This record is quite possibly one of the saddest records I've ever listened to. But at the same time, it's the most beautiful and hopeful thing I've listened to. This album is particularly depressing for me because this is the kind of like the final say on the 80s indie explosion. This kind of time where all these great new ideas were being come up with, and there were so many bands that were doing so many different things, and there was just this air of freedom. And this record kind of wraps up that time. I mean, Michael Stipe even says it. He talks about their world, the world of Husker Du and the Replacements, it's gone. This album really kind of it's a absolutely gorgeous album. It's my second favorite REM album, and one of my favorite albums ever, absolutely ever. So let's get on with the review. Drive is too long. I think they could have cut that out. It really sets this kind of the dark tone and the dark quality of the album really well right off the bat. And this kind of Michael's lyrics are really sarcastic and kind of biting. And Kurt Cobain would later reflect that kind of resentment towards what his music had become. That's what Michael is saying in Drive. He's biting out. He's hitting out at the people that co-opted his music, his emotion. Try Not to Breathe is one of my favorite songs on this album. It's just a great uplifting song, and it's the lyrics are just so terribly sad, but at the same time they're hopeful and they're rebellious, but at the same time they're accepting. And it's probably, those lyrics are probably the best lyrics that Michael has ever written, I think, on Try Not to Breathe. Sidewinder Sleeps is a really upbeat song, really, really great song. I really like how the song is based on the keyboards rather than a guitar riff. The organ predominates in that song, and it gives it a good, it rounds out the album really well. The organ really rounds out this album very, very well. Everybody Hurts, it's this song's anthem for me, pretty much. And Everybody Hurts is a song that applies to everyone. At some point in your life, that song applies to you. And it doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you consider yourself to be. Everyone, sometime in their life, Everybody Hurts applies to you. And it holds a certain message for everyone. It's a powerful, beautiful song. Another one of my favorites, New Orleans Instrumental Number 1. It has a sadness that's old. This whole record feels rather heavy with age, and that heaviness gives the album, the sad, dark mood that it has. And New Orleans Instrumental Number 1 definitely pulls that off. Sweetness Follows is the same, it's got this old sound to it. It's just sad. And one of the most gorgeous things on here on this song for me is this kind of wall of feedback that Peter builds, and it's like an echo almost. It's just like this great big pit that this guitar feedback, this echo, just comes up out of. It's it really is. It definitely touches you. That's for sure. Monty got a raw deal. I love the mandolin riff on that song. Oh, it's just so fantastic. It's such a fantastic riff. It's such a fantastic song. Another example of it. It's just a great song. Ignoreland is probably the most rockin' song on here. It's the most upbeat song, I think. It's just big and it's powerful, and you can't deny that song. You can't just back away from it. It's definitely a very in-your-face kind of song. Another one of my favorites is Star Me Kitten, which I think is supposed to be Fuck Me Kitten. I've seen a couple of different things on that. I'm not really sure. And I love this song because it's built on vocal harmonies. Almost entirely on vocal harmonies. I don't know if they did that on keyboards or if they actually did those vocal harmonies, but it doesn't matter either way because it's like an angelic choir. It's just so warm and full, and it just lifts the song up. It's completely gorgeous. Man on the Moon, another really kind of sarcastic song almost. And that song really touches on REM's earlier stuff, I think. Find the River is a somber ending to a somber record. But the interesting thing is, when you get starting into this album, it's almost like you're watching the sunset. And listening to it, you're just sitting in this kind of pitch dark with a glimmer of stars, it's just some signs of hope. And Find the River is like the sunrise at the end of the album. There will be a tomorrow. It's what that song has always been for me. Originality gets a 10. How much I like it, 9.9. Production, 10. Flow, 10. Scott Litt, again, producer. John Paul Jones, a bass player for Led Zeppelin, did all of the string arrangements on this album and just did a fantastic job. This is an absolute must-have album for anyone. It was the last thing that was in Kurt Cobain's CD player when he was found dead. And I'm not going to touch upon the controversy. I really don't care. But I find that incredibly sad. But I don't know. At the same time, it kind of makes me happy that he was listening to something this beautiful when his life ended. So yeah, this is just a beautiful, powerful, fantastic record, and I would recommend this to anyone at all. I don't care what kind of music you listen to. Yeah, I think that everybody should listen to this album at least once in their life. So that's all I have to say. This is SirAllAboutMusic, and I'll see you guys next time.